What's going on, everybody? It's Colton coming to you with the Chalkboard podcast. I got Jerem and I got Creelo. He's an up-and-coming rapper. If you want to know, make sure you go check him out. But first, before you do that, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon next to it. Stay notified of all our videos. And Creelo's about to tell you where you can find him right now.
Yo, it's your boy Creelo. You know, shout out all my homeboys from the Dud, from Michigan City, you know what I'm saying? All my niggas that actually fuck with my music. Fuck all them hate niggas, but shout out to them too, you know, because they keep me afloat. You know, you can find me on SoundCloud, C.R.E.E.L.O. You know, it's an acronym, you know. Shout out all my niggas that actually support me too, the ones that actually take the time to, like, you know, kick it with me, actually show me love, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget them niggas. And you can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, you know, don't forget the C.R.E.E.L.O. Gotta spell it out. That's all it is. Yep, Creelo the God, you know what I'm saying?
I call up my homies, we gon' rock out. Yeah, they say I'm that boy, no fallout. Yeah, shorty wanna fuck me, I'ma hit that knockout. I rock my Balenciagas, on my bro, I ball out. Yo, I'ma rock out with my cock out. Ooh, shawty, she a Barbie, she gon' take me to her dollhouse. Ooh, she love sniffing Katie, so I had to pull that rock out. Ooh, watch me do my shit as I rock out. Ooh. You ain't talking money, then don't dial out. I don't ride designer, that's just when I pop out. Hate a nigga speaking on me, feel that shit a lot now. I don't fuck with you, cause you speak on shit you not bout.
All the links are in the description down below, so make sure you go check him out. Also, you can find him right here up in the top right corner. Other than that, we're going to do a little interview with him because he's a local rapper, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I listened to his music. It was pretty darn good. So, sorry, guys. No piece of shit. All right.
So, we're going to start with, like, where are you based out of? Obviously, we're in Northwest Indiana, but, like, where are you out of?
Shit, right now in Michigan City.
Okay, alright. And you've worked with, like, some people, shot some videos with some people, like...
Yeah, I worked with a couple videographers from Michigan City. I worked with one from Chicago. Didn't do too much, you know, it was just practice. But my main one that I actually like to give a shout out my nigga C.R.E.E.L.O, you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing out in Atlanta right now. My mans came out here to Michigan City and it made a killing off of shooting everybody music videos with an iPhone. I was like, damn, okay, yeah, iPhone 6S going ham. And he did that, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my nigga, he worked hard always, year round.
Okay, well, heck yeah. Okay, so we're before we get, like, too deep into it, like, you're a rapper. What started it?
Where did
it come from?
Where did it start?
You know?
Really, I really grew up into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we were younger, we were already, like, pre-prepared when it came to music. Like, we were, like, born to be musically inclined. My mom's boyfriend that she had around the time, even though, like, it was, you know, they had their little relationship hardships, he always kept us in a studio, you know, and he always worked with, you know, Northwest Indiana artists and artists from East Chicago and Chicago. So, like, he really was the first one to put us in the studio, and ever since then, it kind of, like, touched my soul, and I started doing it. So, when I first got out here to Michigan City, the first thing I ran into was like, a musical teacher, and he, like, threw me beats and told me to rap on it and come back to him when I'm done with the raps, and I spit the raps over the phone to him almost every night, you know? So, like, you know, he was like, yeah, that's cold, you better than me when I was your age. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep this going. Yeah, and I did. Exactly. And now look at me. He would tell me right now that I'm probably better than him, you know? So,
well, yeah, because you've done shows. You've been around. You've had a crowd at least.
Yeah.
So, and how many different shows have you actually done?
I actually have only done 6 shows. I've done...
What do you mean only 6 shows?
More than
I haven't done that many shows.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
you
about.
know, well, because I was, like, you know, kind of scared to get into the show thing, you know what I'm saying? But, like, a couple people that I knew, they, like, boosted me into there. So like I started off at like a community center. It's called the Park Center up in Michigan City.
Okay.
Right across the street from Local Option, my favorite bar. You gotta check it out if you ever come to Michigan City. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they told me to come there, showcase my music. It might not have been like too crowd friendly based on how, you know what I'm saying, the people they were connected to, but like, you know, gladly for me, they still consider what I did as art, so I was allowed there because, you know, they're big on art and everything. So like, you know, I came there, I did shows there, and when the rodeo bar was open, I did my third show there, and then like my first show was up in Arizona. I opened up for Lazy Bone up in 2019, you know what I'm saying? And then I did a show up in Indianapolis, and I did a show in Chicago.
Okay.
You know, so like after that, you know, it kind of gave me like a ego boost with my music, but not, you know, not too big to make me feel like I'm better than anybody, but you know, enough to keep me going and
enough to keep you confident.
Yeah, exactly. And myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, feeling confident about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that because that's something that's always gonna keep you making that music. So you sit down like you have no doubt that what you just wrote. Oh, that's fire, bro.
Yeah,
I'm about to
exactly.
spit that shit out right now.
Exactly.
I already got work for next week. What are you talking about?
Straight up.
So you grew up with it. How long have you been doing it? How many years have you been actually putting music out there for other people to listen to?
This year would be my 9th year.
Your 9th year?
Yes.
Holy shit. That's awesome. That's so
a lot
awesome.
of practice.
Yeah.
A lot of persistence.
Stayed with it. That's what really matters.
Exactly.
You're not going to grow overnight. You know, I mean,
man.
it happens. That maybe 1% of people that try and then they blow up instantly. But it's rare.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. And, you know, most people fucking just get into it for just the clout. You know what I'm saying? The little fucking, you know, reputation that they can.
They might be able to make, or,
they want to take a little shot with it, but like, you know, this is more than a fucking vaccine to me. Fuck are you saying? Straight up.
I feel you. I feel
you know
you.
what I'm saying? It's my heart. So I take it seriously. I take it seriously enough to put most of my life into it so far.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Obviously, you have a job that carries you. Same like me. You know, I'm still working, but I'm still trying to do my thing. You know, I totally get you there, man.
Straight up.
So you just gotta stay with it. That's what matters.
That's
what's your biggest musical inspiration you think that keeps you going? You know, like what do you sit down and listen to that's like, damn, all right, now I'm ready to write.
You know what? I ain't about to be cocky, but you know what really makes me write is listening to my own music. Okay. But like my biggest my biggest inspiration will probably be Drake.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's so versatile with what he can do. You know what I'm saying? He can go high, low. You know what I'm saying? Street, soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no limit to what he can do, and you know the masses accept it for who he is, and he keeps making music. Like
top 5 rappers. Hit me with them. What's your top 5?
Top
5, bro.
Drake, Lil Wayne, Nipsey Hussle, Big L, and Key Glock.
God, he didn't even put Eminem on his list, bro.
Eminem.
He's the GOAT, bro. He's literally the god, bro.
I'm not saying Eminem's not good. Obviously, Eminem is like literally the rap god. Like,
sick,
you know what
I mean? Like, I feel you though. I feel you.
But you know, just the things that move within my
personal top 5.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
All your top 5s did smack though. That's the thing. Yeah, you had some fire top 5s.
Straight up, bro. All of that. All of that.
So what's your thing? Like for me when I'm trying to like sit down and write creative ideas or something, I always have my own thing that I do. You know what I mean? Like I go out, I go for a nice walk by myself normally just to get into my own head, and then I just you know, and then I just go. Do you got like a little ritual before you write, or how do you do it?
Really, you know, I haven't written too much within the last 2 years. Like when it comes to music, I like to just get in my studio. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have to like record and then stop it and record again, like that's what I would do. And like you know, I do sit there, you know, at least 10 minutes before I start recording. I put myself in a meditative state, you know what I'm saying? So I you know what I'm saying, focus on my breaths, and then eventually I go blank, and I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I feel an upheaval of joy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't say creativity, because who the fuck knows when creativity gonna hit you, but, you know, there's a certain point to where you can push yourself to where creativity can flow easily, and I make that happen for myself every time.
I know most artists have that one thing they do. There's something, because you can't just sit down and just fucking
Just be like, oh,
no,
number one hit.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't
You
care
gotta-
what you're doing, bro. You gotta do something.
You gotta fucking get ready for that shit, bro. Straight up.
Now, you writing anything, right? Or you thinking of dropping anything here soon? What's your moves?
Yeah.
Hit me with them.
My next single, since I just went through a little circumstance I'm not too proud of, don't nobody like going to jail, straight up. So I'm dropping a single, and my little experience, that's the motivation towards it. So it's called Not for Clout. It's basically about to be about me doing what I do. Is not for clout, but I'm really making a living with this shit that I do. So like that's another thing I take a pride in. Keeping it all the way real with people. And if I can't do that, then who the fuck am I? So I'm dropping that, making sure my voice and my name is heard. And I got a mixtape for the summer. It's called I Can Be a Nigga Too. And that's really about to be like, it's probably about to be one of my best mixtapes thus far. Not only because I'm probably gonna be like dwelling in the part of hip hop that people like the most, the ignorance, but like I'm doing it my own way, and I'm kind of like making a parody out of the current stage in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like how everyone likes this ignorant shit. Well, I've been doing this ignorant shit for a living for years, and people are just talking about it and not actually living it. So I'm gonna prove that real life circumstances need to be heard, and people that are flogging need to get the fuck back. Straight up.
Okay.
And I do this.
Okay.
Straight up.
Well, heck yeah, man. Hopefully, I can't wait to fucking hear. Like I said, I listened to his music before he came over. Germ is actually friends with him, so that's how I kind of got to do this interview here. And I liked pretty much everything I clicked on, and I do see that you had different flows on each one. You don't just stick with one, so you try to move around and be all over the board. You know what I mean?
Gotta keep the element of surprise.
You're not hitting the same syllables on every line on every song.
Never.
You know what? Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. So
This motherfucker told me he met another one of my like favorite artists, Freddie Gibbs. And I'm like, that had me kind of pressed. I'm like, damn, he like up in Gary. I was born in Gary, you know what I'm saying? Damn near raised in Gary. Not my whole life, but some of it. And I'm like, just shit like that. That shit motivates me, you know what I'm saying? Just
you met Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, I used to buy stuff off his cousin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to go grocery shopping. All right, yeah. Walgreens be popping these days. I hear.
Liquor store in the garage.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
So I wasn't 21 yet. What you talking about?
Yeah, what you mean?
What you
Straight
mean?
Damn straight, yeah. Just being so close to greatness, it makes you feel like you have the right to go up. And you don't, you know what I'm saying, not just based on where you're from. You know what I'm saying? That does not matter. You can always go up. You can always be known. You can always be famous, successful, be a star.
Hey, as long as you're just successful in your own mind, fuck it.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, that's why I always tell Germ, and then I'm like, man, I'm gonna do this forever. I don't care if I ever end up getting paid. Really, I made 32 cents off my podcast. I'm proud of it.
Proud of every one of them cents.
Yeah, dude, I got 32 cents. Almost get me a gumball, motherfucker. Get out of here, bro.
Oh, God.
Actually, I can get me a 25-cent one. I can almost get two.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Straight up.
When I get 75 cents, I get a fake tattoo. You know?
Yeah, straight up.
Watch out! Watch out!
Straight up.
Oh man.
Oh, shit. Fuck me all the way up.
Alright, so anything else you wanna get out there? Anything else you wanna talk about? Regarding your music or just life in general, man. Like there's a lot of fucked up stuff going on these
You ever
days.
almost gave up on music?
Oh,
you ever almost quit?
That's a good one.
Oh, shit.
That's a deep one, bro. It's
is
a
a
good one
deep
to
one.
ask.
That's a deep one.
I have thought about it, but, I don't think I'm like everybody else that doesn't care about how much time they put in things, because I take time and cultivation very seriously. Like, if I quit, then, you know, just imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit that I tell myself. Like, just imagine how many people will not learn what you know, or just imagine how many people will not be able to hear you and your very generous, most sophisticated, versatile sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to blow smoke up my own ass or anything, but, you know, it's a lot of people in the industry that sound the same right now. Like, I don't really sound like too many people in the industry.
And we're about to show them, because you know what, I'm gonna put that little link. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna lay about 30 seconds, not minutes, of his music over right now, and I hope you guys enjoy. Other than that, though, no, I totally feel what you're feeling. Like, because, like, you ever thought about it? Like, if you did give up, because you got a YouTube and shit like that, you ever gave up, like, you become, like, 35, you know, kids, like, 8 or some shit. Oh, yeah, I'll make a YouTube, you know, and it's like, and then you go on YouTube, you type in that old name,
and
you know what I mean?
You're still there.
And you look at it, because, yeah, it never goes away, and you look at it, and you're like, man, dude, I never should have stopped. Imagine where I'd be 15 years later if I'd have kept doing it.
That gives me pain, like, on the inside, like, the pleasure that I get from the continuation of this is what keeps me going. Like, I can't, every time I imagine that, me getting to a point to where I quit and I look back to where, like, I was and know that I actually could have did something with that, like, that hurts me just imagining that. So okay. I can't.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. That's like I said, that's how I hope everybody feels, even in, like, their daily tasks, bro. If you don't love what you're doing, you know, try to rethink it, especially if you're in your 20s, bro. Your 20s is your time to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Figure it out, because you don't want to be 30 working a fucking 9 to 5 you hate for the rest of your life, because I'll tell you what, 50 is going to be a long time. Even though you think it's going to be a blink of the eye, goddamn. Take a long time getting there.
Straight up.
Then when it's there, you're going to be like, that went by quick, but nah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to hit a fucking... I mean, no matter how many times you fucking gotta hit a fucking rock in the road, you gotta keep that shit going. And even if it does seem too far, you gotta put it in your mind that it's closer than what it is. You know,
make it attainable for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's always awesome. Like I said, that's always a good question to ask. Always leads to some good talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so what do you guys think about, like, you know, God and shit?
Oh, I'm getting asked a question, bro. You don't even... I go off, bro.
Oh, he's excited now.
I never got asked a question on an interview before. No, especially something so, like... Whew, you just came at... You just came at God. Oh, man. Like, I don't... well, here's the thing. Like, the Bible is a great fucking book for morals. It teaches people how to be a good person. But let me tell you what, bro, it's the best fucking fiction I've ever read. I'll tell you what, you read through that book. Well, here's the first thing. I'm just going to say it. I've read the Bible. You talk about, like, when they brought the Ten Commandments down, how Moses was told not to go on the mountain because it'd be in fire. It's all aliens, bro. It's a whole bunch of old man worshiping fucking aliens, bro. They said he came down in a fucking throne with a thruster, basically a fire underneath it within a rocket. Fucking rocket flying down from the sky. Your newest invention at the time's a fucking stone wheel. What the fuck you gonna
What the fuck you know about a rocket?
What the fuck you gonna call that? You gonna call that God, bro. They had so many, dude.
Straight up.
They had like fucking 50 gods because there's all these aliens. Like, look at these dumb motherfuckers like ants down here.
Straight up.
Building pyramids and
Straight
shit.
up. You know what I'm saying?
What is that, a fucking triangle? What the fuck?
Oh, here's fire, you fucking bastards. Fuck.
Give me something to fuck around with for the next 5,000 years.
Yeah. Dude, well, just imagine, because you got, like, there's some shit from the Bible that is real, and it's thought of as a biblical sense, because you got to think of, like, the giant. When David fought Goliath, a race of giants, the Nephilim. What? Yeah. Okay. That's a race of giants that were created from the angels that were casted down having sex with humans, and then creating a race of that. And that's cool as fuck that you know that. So tell you what, did you watch Ancient Aliens? Mm-hmm. Oh goddamn, you're cool as shit. You're cool, man. It was like that Step Brothers part in that movie. Like, it's your favorite non-pornographic magazine to jack off to.
Good housekeeping.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I mean, they talk about what we talk about in conspiracy in the Bible, but it's just thought of in a biblical sense, and it's made in a biblical sense to where you're going to think it as angels and demons and yada yada yada. Yeah. But like
it's almost like a worded puzzle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you got to think. Their newest invention was the wheel. What the fuck? Like, how do you explain half this shit when we're taking advice from someone who didn't even know what Wi-Fi was, or let alone that the Earth was round instead of flat. Let me point that out.
Yeah.
That was the main belief back then, that the Earth was fucking flat. So fuck you. You want me to believe them? There's a lot of things that have been proven wrong since then, and I think the Bible's already been proven wrong. It's just ain't been talked about. So.
Yeah, straight up.
There you go, I'm done. I'm fucking done, bro.
Fucking went in.
Straight up.
I didn't have to keep going because I already knew about the Nephilim and shit like that, so it's fine, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I ain't never been, like, too big into, like, the Bible or anything, but, I did read it, and I took my little notes from it, like, enough to give me, like, some type of leverage on, like, a truth, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to believe in anything that...
Like, just based off a word of mouth.
Just because you're told,
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, belief is, like, the most powerful thing we have, really. It manifests things. It makes things happen for us in reality. So, like, I chose to, like, point my belief into myself, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm at a point to where, like, what I thrive off of is the truth, and what I believe in is myself. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those things that the Bible taught me, because if you don't come in your own name, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus, so-called, came in his own name, and he told us that we can be just like him. So why can't we just be like him? And, like, at the same time, take him not so seriously. You know what I'm saying? And, people take the Bible so literally, it's hard to actually... build a actual healthy belief in reality. You know what I'm saying? And it'll fuck you up. Most people are fucked up because of their beliefs.
No, I feel you there. It's almost like, because they also say that, like, God forgives you for everything but, like, killing yourself. Taking your own life, the life that he gave you, right? But he forgives everything else, apparently. Yeah. So, like, do you really have to believe in him? Because basically, and that's speaking, like, that's me trying to be, like, as, like, nice about it as possible. Like, what's the best way to word this? Like, first off, you don't gotta go to church. Never fucking said you gotta go to church anywhere to fuck a Bible. Read it. I went to a Baptist school growing up, and then I found my own way, and that's how I think everybody should look in other things. I read into Buddhism and their 9 steps and all that crazy shit. And
I studied hell of that shit.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people do nowadays. You talk about meditating. There's at least a couple handful in the room that's gonna be like, I've meditated. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a religion. That's not just like a thing. Like, that started off as a religious practice into Buddhism.
It was built off of, like, quantum physical theories, though. You know what I'm saying? And I study quantum physics too. You know what I'm saying? It goes off into metaphysics, and metaphysics is like, like quantum physics mixed in with, like, spiritual junk. You know what I'm saying? So, like, You know
about Hertz?
Hertz,
Like how the government gives off bad energy through the hertz they put out?
Yeah.
Is that what that thing on some of your music is, where it shows the hertz of your...
Oh, 432 AZ?
Yeah.
It was a play off that. I mean, of course, I couldn't put my fucking...
Dude, I thought it might have been a play off it when I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, I don't know.
Because YouTube, even if you put your music at 432 hertz, it'll always go to the 408.
Okay.
And that's the industry standard of hertz, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, you gotta, like, say, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I really just made 432 AZ just to, basically toss people, like, a peace of mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Say it was just like some laid back ass cool shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, to play off of it, but, you can't really get those hertz on industry standard radio, so you gotta kind of be like, okay,
so it's like you're reaching above. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Here's some cool shit, but, like, it can't give you the same feeling that it should give, but it can reach for that. You know what I'm saying? So,
now, do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about hertz? Because I think he obviously already, because, like, certain hertz give you certain feelings. So, like, certain hertz will heal. That we pick up through our ears.
Give you vibrations and shit.
And certain hertz are apparently able to, like, heal and, like, relax, and then, like, apparently there's a conspiracy that the phone call hurts we get during a phone call, the government has rigged to where like that's harmful to us, and so that another way of numbing our brains, kind of like with the the liner in the cans that is made out of women's testosterone, you know, that's in all canned food.
Yeah.
That's why men have slowly became more
Feminine.
throughout the years. That's true fact. That ain't even a conspiracy anymore. It's still there.
Yeah, that's real.
See, watch out. Don't eat a lot of canned foods, bro. Can your own shit.
Can your own shit.
Oh shit, yeah. That shit's definitely real. And you know, I can't be too rebellious in this society because not only am I being watched, but I'm being watched.
Yeah.
So, you know, so like it's kind of like I gotta keep my rebelliousness under covers, even though I want to just bust out on some Tupac shit. I know it's not gonna get too far because they won't let nobody get too far with the truth.
Yeah.
So
I know. So you know about the Q, and do you know about the Q?
The Q.
The QAnon, that stuff that all this went down the past couple years.
Let me get some details.
Okay. All right. Well, that's like it's weird because there was an old conspiracy back in World War II where the Jews actually set up the whole thing with Hitler and stuff like that, and then like the three hierarchs were like trying to control the whole world, and then so that conspiracy obviously was null and void. But basically, the same conspiracy popped up when Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump ran in office. That like Hillary Clinton was controlling, it was like one of the families, and then you got the Epsteins, and then it was on the island, and then you got the Rothschilds, and shit like that. I don't know if you heard anything about that. Yeah, what do you think about all that? What do you think about the child stuff on Epstein Island and stuff?
I actually think most of that shit is very much the truth, but you know, we're gonna only be able to know so much because most of the information that we get these days is filtered upon filtered. You know, that's why I'm only so far into like both pools. You know, the spiritual pool and like the reality of everything pool. Because you know, we living through a whole bunch of bullshit that we literally don't even know the half of.
They didn't even talk about Epstein on the news.
They didn't at all.
I think they said his name. They were like, and Epstein's arrested, but on other news.
Don't look at his paperwork.
You know what I'm saying? We heard about it on social media the most, and they kept it up for months, like literally almost half a whole year.
Yeah. Damn near.
Damn near.
Well, that was Obama lifted the not the Freedom of Information Act, the Anti-Propaganda Act in 2012, which made it to where the government, that act, when it was in place, made it to where the government and the news, your like local news and federal news, could not lie to you. Everything they said had to be 100% truthful. They took that out in 2012. Barack Obama did.
Wow.
So where they were able to lie to you now, but like that was also not talked about because ever since then they were able to just say whatever the fuck they wanted.
Shit, that just fucked me up right there.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So and then you think about this, ever since 2012, school shootings were raised. So and all sorts of other shit. So there's like that conspiracy that media is controlling like the one school shooting that they are saying the kids never actually got shot at.
Yeah. And
they're all alive. There's pictures of them alive and stuff. That one goes deep. I've never even got into that one because
that's the Sandy Hook. Isn't it?
It's a Sandy Hook one. Yeah, it's hard to talk about because you're talking about such a touchy subject when you bring it up.
Yeah.
But
I think that's a part of it though. Like nobody really wants to talk about it because like. Who am I to be like, oh, your kid didn't die? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say that?
That all goes back to Butterfly and the MK Ultra. That's what it's all stemming back to apparently. Because you got MK Ultra, which was like the biggest brainwashing thing America had. Because we were brainwashing just like Russia, just like everywhere else. Yeah. And then they just when they got caught, because they did get caught, it was public news. They moved over to a company called the Butterfly, or it's the Butterfly something, and it's still an active company to the day. And what they're saying is those kids are sleeper agents. That's why those kids don't remember the shootings afterwards. If you watch some of the interviews, the kids don't ever remember shooting anybody. Those conspiracies, like, yeah, dude.
What?
It's so crazy. But yeah, ever since 2012 is when the school shootings started to rise. That's when they started to try and take away guns and started to disarm America.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I've noticed.
Yep. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's why the news is always so bad. They never talk about anything good on the news anymore. It's always so negative. Turn it on, it's always some bitch dead or some guy got shot or he got robbed or that school got shot up or not. What was it? What just got shot up in Colorado? Was that
There was one
mall?
in Texas. Some guy just got shot in Texas by some cop or something.
Well, no, there was like a mall shooting in Colorado. That place that Joe Rogan lived at for a long time.
What?
What the fuck's it called? It's not Denver or anything.
Boulder?
Boulder, Colorado. There's a big old shooting there. Some guy just walked in and unloaded on some shit, you know? Just releasing stress per bullet, you know?
Wow.
Imagine that.
Crazy.
Nuts.
He's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah. It was like stress relief and then I'm gonna die. Like,
yeah, right.
That was
There's
a
your
waste.
stress relief. Right
What's
there.
your thoughts when you're going into a big shooting like that? What would you think's running through their mind?
Yeah, I can't wait to get out of here and get some McDonald's.
Yeah, you know? Like, I just DoorDashed some fucking Burger King. It's on the way.
It should be here in 20 minutes. Let me just pop off a couple real quick.
Yeah.
Y'all stupid, dog. There is no... Fam ate hella bullets. He had to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Like that guy at the Las Vegas shooting, bro. They went up in that hotel room. It took him like 2 days to pack all the guns.
Bring all that shit up there.
To bring all the guns. It took him 2 whole days going back and forth. Think of that. He had over like 4,000 rounds? That's like 4 arsenals of bullets. An arsenal is like 1,000 rounds.
He had all that for what?
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah, he killed quite a few people.
He killed a lot of people, bro. He just looked at that crowd, just started popping rounds, bro. He didn't even have to aim. He could just
literally.
He could have just stood there with 2 fucking guns, leaning on the rail, just like that's kind of right. Pop, 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 pop.
That's kind of right.
Yeah, like
Oh, shit. Damn.
there was a lot of thought into that one. He thought that bitch out for a long time.
Yeah.
Especially if he bought that much weaponry. Yeah, he definitely.
He probably just owned it over us. That's why they want to get rid of guns so bad. Because guys can just own guns and one day just
Their whole
pop a
life.
fucking trigger, dude.
Yeah.
So something flips a
20
switch.
triggers.
You don't know what could have happened to him, bro. He could have gotten some money and some loan shark, some shit. Man, I don't know. Maybe his wife's about to leave him. He just said, fuck it. You never know what happened, bro.
Whole life savings into shooting everybody up.
Yes, this is fuck it. I'm just going to go kill a bunch of people and die. I'm gonna go out for everybody talked about him. Is still talking about him to this day. He went out and his name will never be forgot. You know, he was probably a nobody before that.
Yeah.
Think of that. Like, maybe you're just some piece of shit nobody, and you're like, I want my name to be rang out through the next generations. Let me just go kill some people.
John.
Yeah.
Suing shit up.
Remember me. There'll be news.
Oh, shit. That's fucked.
It's a thought. I mean, maybe that's what they want.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe they just want to be known. Maybe some 13-year-old's going to school because he wants to be known for the next fucking 20 years.
But fuck. You know what? You're right. You know, everybody got their own way. Straight up. That's why we still remember Michael Jackson. I mean, not because of the stuff he did with kids.
You like Michael Jackson's music?
Yeah, I do.
I was going to ask you earlier because we're all from Michael Jackson. I mean, you lived in Gary. He grew up in your town. I grew up next door to him. So, I hate his music. I don't understand why everyone likes it. I don't like Michael Jackson's music.
I liked it because, you know, my mom tried to like raise me up off R&B music. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, that's another part of my music where I get it from. I like to harmonize a little bit. I like to sing a little bit. You know. So
I mean,
like,
the Jackson 5 smacked.
They did. You know, but
I
like,
didn't like
Michael Jackson, like after a point in his career, he kind of like, you can kind of tell that his music was like
He was losing it.
He was
Was
losing
it? Do you think it was before or after he was fucking kids?
I think it was before because I felt like they put him up to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be great without a price. Like
I know. I know. That's what that whole thing about Epstein and all that was. You gotta you know they pay into that and to be famous. All them famous people, celebrities that apparently Will Ferrell's been to that island, and there's a fucking list on list. Every major celebrity's been there apparently, right?
Yeah.
Even Donald Trump has apparently visited Epstein Island.
Yeah.
So, maybe there is that price that you gotta pay, and it just destroyed him over time, you know. And I mean, maybe it isn't that big to where you're fucking kids, but but it makes sense for Michael Jackson, because if they were banging kids on Epstein Island, he had a playground in his backyard. You know what I mean? Literally, didn't he have like a roller coaster? Was there like a Candyland back there,
Neverland. Oh God! What?
Train that went all around the property that you just ride on. Fucking Ferris wheel.
And a lot of people said it was because when he grew up, he didn't have that much of a childhood. Right. That's what everyone's defense is. But it's like,
I believe that.
Do you need a train? Do you really need a choo-choo train?
I mean, you know, like it's never that serious. We're fucking human. I mean, you know, I might have ran into some weird people in my life, but you know, it can't get that weird. You know what I'm saying?
It just got a little weird. You know? Like, if I was a parent and I was dropping my kids off at the MJ Kiddo Clinic, you know.
Yeah, right. I'll see you at 5, honey.
And he's like, hee hee.
Yeah, he's like,
come with me. Grabbing his dick on stage and shit. What do you think the man wants to say? He wants a thriller. You know?
Damn. He said he wants a thriller. Oh God, what? Yeah.
Did he bleach himself too?
No, he had vitiligo.
It was a disease, right?
Vitiligo. Yeah, that's where like your skin, the pigment in your skin.
No, you can. How do you explain the fucking fake nose and the fake chin? No, he was trying to be fucking fully white.
Oh, I know. I know he was trying to be white.
He might have tried to just embrace the fuck out of it.
But I heard he had a disease, and I heard he also like helped the disease by the bleach. But maybe the bleach is just a fake.
No, I think I heard something about that.
He probably was like fucking spotted up like a cow. He was like, let me get the rest of my shit.
One day he woke up and like half his face was like...
I had a cousin who was like that, who had like white spots all over him and shit. But I mean, he just embraced it. He was already white too, so I mean, you can't really bleach yourself anymore.
He was walking around looking like a fucking...
cow.
Fucking cow.
No,
I'm just gonna say it.
Spotted as fuck.
They get big. You know what I mean? I mean,
straight up.
Look like a cow. You know? There's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, but
but
it's.
I mean, I guess I hit a chick that was like two-toned. I guess.
Okay.
Get you a little Arnold Palmer, some half and half in this motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Hey, if you can't laugh at it, what are you doing? You know?
Shit. Exactly. Can't beat it, join it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn, dog. Oh, shit. That was fucking hilarious.
All right, well, you know what, guys? That was a great fucking interview. Go check him out, because he's a great guy, and he believes in some amazing shit. So I can already tell you what. He's going to come back on, because we got some shit to talk about other than himself. I can tell you that right now. So go check his shit out. Like I said, all the links down in the description down below. He's had 175 subscribers. Actually, 176, because the Chalkboard game is subscription. I want to see him at 200 by 2 months. I think that would be fire. And then also, remember to hit our subscribe button as well. And hope you guys have a beautiful day. If you haven't told somebody yet, tell them you love them. He'll help you out.
Yes.
Bye.
I like fucking bitches, I like counting money, I don't fuck with niggas. Don't know what you call it, I'm in love with diamonds, seeing double vision. Got me tweaking for the riches. Let me triple up the ditches. They telling me I'm overqualified and I ain't even hit the ignition. I call up my homies, we gon' rock out. Yeah, they say I'm that boy, no fallout. Yeah, shorty wanna fuck me, I'ma hit that knockout. I rock my Balenciagas, on my bro, I ball out. Yeah, I'ma rock out with my cock out. Ooh. Shorty, she a Barbie, she gon' take me to her dollhouse. Ooh. She love sniffing Katie, so I had to pull that rock out. Ooh. Watch me do my shit as I rock out. Ooh. You know I got this shit lit when I hit the door. Told that hoe don't touch the jacket, this shit Michael Kors. All of my niggas be shining, it's hard to ignore. Don't need the diamonds, it don't need the foreign. I just pull up, then take your whore. I need a body bag for these niggas. I don't wanna got a bag on these niggas. You allow polygraph for these niggas. I could bring like college grads for my bitches. Woo. Please stop with the tough talk like you got a major. Smoke a blunt, then I hit the sky. Say goodbye when I'm finally famous. I'm a shop boy, I'm a shop boy. Please stop talking about all that shit you really not, boy. You ain't sold no drugs, you ain't never been a hot boy. You are just a hot boy. Me, I set up shop, boy.